and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a makeup tutorial. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, so I'm just going to kind of go along with it. I already have my primer on, and I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It looks, it looks just like that. And then I am going to just start off with foundation. I am using all natural light, just so I hope you guys can see like the actual color of it and whatnot. Sorry if you hear any background noises. My dog, I had my front door open and my glass closed, so she thinks that she's going out somewhere. I'm using the e.l.f. Under Eye Concealer in light, which looks just like this. I like it. It's very salmony colored for me. I think that it works out pretty well, and plus it doesn't exactly crease like the Maybelline Fit Me does, for my skin at least. So I kind of use the Maybelline Fit Me here and there, but honestly I switch more towards the e.l.f. concealer more than anything that I own, because it really just, it gets the circles, and like now I look a little bit more awake. I don't think the light's doing me very good justice, but I think that it looks really good when I'm trying. I don't really like full coverage. I don't really like much makeup at all, so when I'm really trying to just go for like a natural finish, then my e.l.f. concealer does really good with that. I'm also going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, which looks just like this, in the color N12 Ivory. I think it's like light ivory, soft ivory, sorry. And I use one pump, and I kind of just spread it a little bit of everywhere. And honestly, I believe that like one full pump really gets me enough coverage, because I don't have like bad acne skin or anything that I really need to cover up like with a lot of makeup, so I don't, because I feel like it just, makeup kind of breaks me out, so I wear it as little as possible, to be honest. And then I actually had an e.l.f. an Ulta gift set for like Christmas, and it came with a whole bunch of different products like eyeshadows, cheek. I'll just show you everything. So and they're in little. Okay, that's pretty good. So this is like all of the concealers, and then there's a blush and contour, bronzing, and then like lip colors in this one. And it also came with a lipstick. And then in the other little half, it came with like eyebrow stuff, like eyebrow wax, eyeshadows, and then like eyeliners. And then a lipstick in that one as well. And then there was a big set like this, and this is all, whoops, sorry, those are like cream eyeshadows. All of those are cream eyeshadows, and then these are all eyeshadows, and then you have two highlighters, two blushes, and a powder. Sophie, quit. And today, what I usually do after I do all my after I do my foundation, I take a mix of the light concealer and the medium concealer, which gives me my really good color for covering up any acne that I have, which right now I'm actually breaking out a little more than usual, which is quite odd for me. And I'm just going to kind of cover up. Sophie, any little, Sophie, quit. Come on, come over here. Sorry, there's birds in front of my door. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the light tiny bit of the medium, which, sorry. Trying to figure out where the light is. Okay, well, you get the gist of it. And I'm going to put it right into the inner part of my under eye, because the light concealer really brightens, does really well with that. But then the medium kind of gives me a little bit of like coverage instead of just highlight, because I'm not exactly big into like, oh, white under eyes and stuff of that nature. And then I take a little bit of the light and pop it down my nose, Cupid's bow, and right on the middle of my forehead, and I just blend all that out with my fingers. Sophie, you're fine, silly. What? You already been outside all day long. Oh, quit talking to me. And then there also came with a like lip primer, so I usually take that on another finger and I just kind of dab it on while I do the rest of my makeup. And on a normal day, I usually use the green concealer for my zits and things like that. I'm not too sure why I didn't do that today, but I didn't. And then I use my Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, which I know everyone's seen, and I use 001 Translucent. And I just grab a big powder brush. I really hope I don't look orange, because I'm not. And I don't take much. I mean, I know I dip back in, but this brush kind of eats it sometimes. I just go through and I powder everything. And then I take a smaller, this is the Essence of Beauty blender brush, and I just take a little bit of the powder and I kind of run it underneath my eyes. I don't usually buy much makeup, because right now I just moved and I'm still trying to get my stuff together. But I usually don't have like an under eye powder right now, so I just use my Rimmel London one still under there, and I think it works just fine. And then for like contouring and bronzing, I guess you would just call it bronzing really. I don't really contour the hollows of my cheeks. I use my NYC Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder in All Over Bronze Glow, and I'll take off the packaging for you, and it looks just like this. I think it's a nice, and then I use a angled brush, which is a contour brush, but I got it in a pack. I don't use much, like if you hardly could see that. And I go along the sides of my face, and I just warm it up, because as you can tell, I'm a little pale. So I live in Texas, and you have to drive with, or I have to drive with my windows down because I don't have AC. So my arms and chest are a little darker than the rest of my body. On occasion, I will kind of contour. I think the one thing I contour most is probably my nose. And I take, there was a hair on my nose. It was itching. I still take the little thing, but I use like the light colors. So I use like this one, and I'll go in for like the middle. So I usually just blend those two, tap off. I'll go like right under my nose. I'm going to take a little more, and I'll get a little bit of the lighter color as well. And as you can see, that right there. And I kind of just define my nose. I don't really make it like thinner or bigger or anything like that. I kind of just define it. Because I don't really have much of like a defined nose. I have kind of a big nose, honestly. But there's really nothing I can do about that part because it kind of just goes out on my face. Okay. And then that. And then I take, where's the keyboard? Oh. Okay. And then I take the same blending brush that I used earlier, and I get a little bit of powder, like the smallest bit, and I kind of just blend that in. Because we don't want any harsh lines on our nose. Or I don't, at least. The light is really not doing any justice for me. Okay, and then I'm going to stop there with my face, and I'm going to do my eyebrows, which should be interesting. So I'm using just a spoolie, and I'm going to brush them out. And I already have pretty good eyebrows. The last time that I got them, oh my goodness, there's a hair on my face somewhere and it itches. The last time that I got my eyebrows done, this one usually was more arched than this one, but now this one has more of a natural arch than the other one. So I'm not too sure what she did, but she did something. And then I take my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit in light brown, maybe, yeah. And I actually switched with my mom. She popped out this one, or used it all, sorry. But this is what the colors look like. And I first start off by taking the lightest color and then dabbing once in the dark color. And I start right here in the front, and I do little bitty strokes. I don't really do much to my brows because they are so full already. And I'm trying to get as close to the camera as possible. And I will just fill in the front of my brows, just like that. And I don't, like I said, I don't really do much. And then I'll go in with the dark and the light, and I'll kind of like switch through the both of them and play with the tail. And then I will make the arch like the slightest bit more of like a serious arch. What are you crying about? You're just laying down, silly goose. Oh, quit. And then we're done. And then I'm going to go to the other one and do that. So this one is a little bit more, I have a little bit more of like sparse areas in this one. So I will play with this one a little bit more in different areas. This one's kind of all together. And yeah. And like I said, I do like little strokes. I don't really do like harsh lines. I'm really more into like the natural brows. I really didn't get into the whole like using the gel or using a pencil to fill in your eyebrows. I'm still very much into like using powders like we did in the old days. And this, I know that they're not twins, they're sisters, but that's usually how I end it right there. Or I didn't even do much to the tail. Okay, and then I will go through one more time with my spoolie. I used to only do like just recently I just used like a brow tint, but I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, and then on to eyeshadow. The first thing that I like to do is, now I use my Maybelline Fit Me as like an eye primer. So I'll dab a little bit on there, a little bit on there, and blend it out. Okay, and I'm going to take my Jordana EasyLiner for Eyes in Black retractable pencil. Looks just like this. Here's what that looks like. It's a really good black. And I pull up my eyelashes. Oh yeah, hi there. And I tightline my eyes. Oh. And done. Jeez. Okay. And I do that every day. And then I'm gonna go in with the little eyeshadow bit of the Ulta palette thing, and I'm going to use a little mix of Milk Chocolate and Havana Nights, which is this color here and that color there, which I will. These are super creamy. They're not exactly very pigmented, but this is what those two look like. And I'm gonna mix those with a blendy brush, the one that I actually used for my contour on my nose. And I'm going to blend that out. I'm just putting that right in the crease. Sophie, stop it. Sophie, quit. Come on, come lay down. What, you goofball? Oh goodness, Mr. What? Oh, well, if you're tired, lay down, silly. Oh, quit. Sorry if y'all can hear them. They like to talk to each other. They're border collies that think that they're huskies. Yes, I said it. Okay, hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing, because I hope that the lighting isn't too bad. Okay, so I have that blended out, and then that's with like one of those brushes that I got in that kit a really long time ago. And this is from the Crown brush. This is the C476 Crease and Shadow brush. And I got this in an Ipsy bag. And this part looks like that, which I use for shadows. And then the little brush part I use for like getting really good into that crease and doing the under part of my eye. And then I'm going to go in with Hopeless Romantic, also in the Ulta thing, and it is this really pretty purpley color. And I have used this before, and I have to say, I quite like it. And I'm gonna put that all over my lid. It's not much of like pigmentation or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to go back in, I think it's a really pretty, like a mauvey purpley pink, if you can see that. And I'm just really packing that color on, like so. And I'm going to go back in with the blending brush, and I'm going to take a little bit more of Havana Nights, and where's the lid to this one? A little bit of Majesty, which is this really light purpley color. But like I said, I already had a little bit of Havana Night on, and I'm going to go right back into the crease with that purpley color, and I left the brown out this time. Just because, you know, I've already put it there as the transition color, and so now I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. Can never have enough blending. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Havana Nights and the Majesty, and go in with the other eye. I just said Majesty. Oh, goodness. And I just want you guys to know, my mirror's a little far away, so if this is not perfect, by all means, I'm so sorry. Okay, and I'm going to kind of blend that a little bit up into the brow bone, like so. And I'm going to take a little bit more of the Milk Chocolate and Havana Night and go underneath my eye and kind of smoke it out. Because I do really like smoking it out, especially when I do like a dark purpley vampy color. It's really pretty. Okay, and I'm not going to go too dark into the crease because, you know, I think those colors are pretty, but I am going to take the end of my brush, the little one, and I'm going to use Molten. No, I'm not. I'm going to use Social Climber, which is this color right here, mixed with a little bit of the Hopeless Romantic, and I'm just putting that on the outer corner of my eye, which you can see is darkening it up just a tad, not a lot, but a little bit more than it was. And I don't want to do so dark that I end up putting a black there, because I'm not really the biggest fan of like always putting black in my creases and whatnot, so I don't. And I just took the darker color on this eye a little bit more because I feel like I didn't get enough. And I'm going to put that color just on the outer, you can see where I put that, just right there. And my best friend, the blendy brush, and I'm gonna just go right here on the edges. And I know that I probably do it backwards than a lot of other beauty people that do their makeup on YouTube, but I don't feel like I get much fallout, and if I do, then I do. I don't know. And then the color that I'm going to use as a highlight today is called Silk, and it is super, super silky. And I'm going to take that on my finger and put it right into my inner corners, which did brighten it up. And then I'm going to take a little bit more on my my blendy brush and put that right under my eyebrow, which you can definitely see the difference that it makes when you highlight your eyebrow, or when you highlight your brow bone, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to take that on the end of my brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of the lightest pink in this palette and kind of move it up a little bit more than it was. Like into the inner corner, inner tear duct, to kind of brighten the eye, just that smidgen more. And then I am done with eyeshadow. And now I don't really use liner or anything like that, but I'm using my Lancome Excessive Black Hypnose Drama Mascara. Can you even read that? No, you can't. It's just like this. Okay. And excuse me, I got it on my eyeshadow on my eyelid. Sorry. And I do not use falsies because, if you can tell, my eyelashes are quite intense on their own, especially when I use this mascara. I don't usually need falsies on because my eyelashes get a little crazy with this mascara. Okay, and then for blush, I'm using a KCO Colors in SOL, which looks like this. It is a really pretty color on my icing blush brush. Which I think this is a really good natural color for me. It's not too pink, but it's not too peach either. And then I'm going to use, oh goodness, I use this a lot. It's from Maybelline. The color is 20 Nude, and it is a lip liner. And I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe and take off the primer, because I feel like the lipstick that I'm using doesn't really work with a primer or anything of that sort. And I'm just going to line my lips. I am so sorry for the video length. Okay, and now that they are lined, I'm going to use, oh, hello to my hand. I'm going to use my Benefit Ladies' Choice in Lana. And it is this beautiful nude. Oh, I die when I use this. And I don't really, I've used a little bit of it, but I don't really use this very much anymore because I want to savor this. And I have not found it anywhere. Sophie, quit. Ooh, I almost dropped it. Oh, goodness. And then for highlight, because my highlight must be on fleek, as Jaclyn Hill says it, I'm using the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic and a small blendy brush. I highlight. 4 days. I really want to get Champagne Pop. If you guys have not seen that, that is her collaboration with Becca Cosmetics. It looks beautiful. I have not went into a store and touched it yet. I want to so bad. I use it right above my Cupid's bow. I actually use that with my finger. Down the bridge of my nose. A little bit on my forehead. I feel like I need a little bit more on this cheek. But I think that gives me a really good highlight color. And that is finally it. Let me take my hair down. And that's the final look. I hope, oh goodness, what are you doing up there? I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know. Like this video if you did. Subscribe if you're not already, and follow me on all my other social media if you'd like to. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.